Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Friday, 21st of May 2021. Today in Millwall News, we've got this exclusive from the South London Press, and it's this and londonnewsonline.co.uk. Mason Bennett has agreed a new Millwall contract. Mason Bennett has agreed a new contract with Millwall. The 24-year-old attacker who joined the Lions on a permanent basis in August 2020 has a little more than 12 months left to run on his existing deal. Millwall had reservations over Bennett's fitness when he officially joined them on loan in the January transfer window in the 2019-20 campaign, but the former England under 2019 international, whose career has been disrupted by injuries, made 41 appearances in all competitions last season. Bennett was available for all the Lions matches from early December and even played the full 90 minutes in the 4-1 win over Bristol City on May the 5th. The one-time Rams teen prodigy has scored 7 goals in 50 games for the South London club. Yes. And there's a number of things about Mason Bennett a bit weird. Apparently, while watching iFollow like a month ago, the guy there, Carl Bates, gave out a stat, and it's like literally that Mason Bennett has only played for the whole game in his whole career. I think it was something really low, like 4 or 5 times. It's like, wow, so he's always getting subbed off for. He's never like playing the whole game. It's a bit weird. But also this season, you see that he scored 7 goals in 50 games. That's a career best for him. This is Mason Bennett we saw this season is the best Mason Bennett that's ever played football. And even though he doesn't look like it, he's only 24 years old. So yeah, so he's signed a new contract. I doubt they're going to tell you the length of the contract. They're really trying to avoid doing that these days. But I think he was on, I'm not sure, but I think he was on some kind of the more you play, the more we paid kind of deal, because they're more worried about his injuries. So saying that, now that maybe he signed a normal contract, like a standard set contract, not a pay as you play contract, and knowing our luck, now he's going to get injured again. So we'll see. But Millwall skipper Alex Pearce has been in the media. This isn't newsden.co.uk. He's been saying some nice things about Mason Bennett, among others in the squad. So he's got Millwall skipper on teammates' resilience, Mason Bennett, and how the Lions have an ideal blend. Alex Pearce believes Millwall have a really good mix of experience, keen youngsters, and the right attitude to build on consecutive top half championship finishes. The Lions' placing of 11th was their third top half finish in 4 seasons, and that also included 2 playoff challenges. The only difficult season since their return from League One was in 2018-19, when Millwall only guaranteed their safety on the second last day, and Neil Harris had admitted there had been problems in the dressing room. But a number of the players that Harris brought to the club, Biakowski, Romeo, Sean Hutchison, Jake Cooper, Murray Wallace and Jed Wallace, are set to form the core again in the next campaign. At the time of writing, Millwall were hopeful that Pearce and Matt Smith would sign new deals. Boss Gary Rowett doesn't want to lose too many experienced players this summer, after Frank Fielding, Sean Williams and Shane Ferguson were informed they could leave at the end of their contracts in June. Danny McNamara and Billy Mitchell were handed senior, friendly and competitive debuts respectively by Harris, and both became regulars in the side this year. Pearce also praised those players who got little rest in the season that had to be completed between the middle of September and the start of May. I could go through a lot of the team. Jed Coops, fantastic how they've been churning out those performances week in, week out. Archie, before he got injured, playing every minute of every game. Bart playing every minute of every game. Woodsy in the middle of in midfield. Scott Malone, each and every one of us has played our part. The lads gone through some big numbers in terms of physical outputs. So it's an absolute credit to them. It's a really good group, and it just shows you how far that kind of thing can take you. I noticed a higher level in training straight away when Danny Mack came back from his loan spell. Straight away you could see he's got the club in his heart. He's desperate to do well. It's the same with Billy. They've got fantastic attitudes. They're still learning every day, but they're doing really, really well. They just need to keep it going and keep their standards high. Pearce has been impressed with the performances of Mason Bennett, who joined Millwall initially on loan from Derby in January 2020 before a permanent move in the summer. Bennett scored 6 goals last season, 5 of them in 17 games in 2021, after he had been moved up front with Jed Wallace. Mason's been brilliant, Pearce said. I think he's had a real standout season in his career. That is true. Maybe Alex Pearce has been watching my videos. It's the most he's ever scored in a season. He's really stepped up to the plate. He's a senior player in our dressing room now. He's played a lot of games. He's been around a long time. He feels really part of it here, and he's a key player for us. Him and Jed have formed great partnership up front. They both seem to dovetail off each other really, really well. That seems to be a positive thing to come out of it after we had some injuries up there with Ken Zohore out. We've got 4 or 5 senior lads, maybe more, that drive the standards in training. You've got then a younger group of players that are willing to learn from the senior pros. It's a really good mix. The ideal blend, and one that I think can take the club forward again. Overall, you've got to be appreciative of how well this group has done it this year again. So that's Alex Pearce talking to the media there. Now, does that mean he's going to stay? Is he going to sign that contract offer that they made him? We don't know. Maybe it's an exit interview. Maybe he's trying to get his name out there, just to boost his profile a bit. And there you go. We don't know. We'll see. But he's bigging up the squad. Also today in Mill news, we have this. Gillingham friendly. This is from millfc.co.uk. It's been confirmed. Mill confirmed Gillingham friendly. Lions head to Priestfield Stadium. Millwall will face Gillingham in a pre-season friendly on Tuesday, the 27th of July, with 7 PM kickoff. Gary Rowett's Lions side head to ME7 in preparation for our highly anticipated start of the 21-22 Sky Bet Championship season. The Gills were guided to a top half finish last season under manager Steve Evans, finishing just 7 points short of a playoff place. Further pre-season friendlies will be confirmed on this website in due course. So there you go. That's I don't think that's a standout one. That's not the big friendly. We said Gary Rowett. Told you in a video a couple of days ago, Gary Rowett was trying to get out to Sweden to play Hammarby, who are sponsored by Husky as well as Millwall. Maybe there'll be another game as well in Sweden. Generally you wouldn't go all that way just to play one game. Maybe they would. Depends on the setup there. And I think the Swedish league is also ongoing. So normally when you do that kind of thing, you go out there, you want to play like a game on Thursday, Saturday, or Friday, Sunday. But if the Swedish league's going on, then you're probably going to have to play a midweek game as a friendly. And so you're either going to have to play Tuesday, Thursday, kind of thing, or just on a Wednesday, because they're actually playing their season. So the Allsvenskan league is taking place right now, and there's been a few friendlies announced already, not for Millwall though. This is just our first one that's been announced. But Dartford have announced literally all of their friendly dates so far. Millwall are not in it, so it looks like we won't be playing Dartford this season. There is some talk of playing, maybe sending an 11 to Sporting Thamesmead. Usually we play Welling, but that pops up straight, sometimes right at the last minute against Welling. Who knows? But there is a thing. Remember, our pitch is being relayed. A complete overhaul of the underground eating, the pitch, the drainage, everything's being replaced. So I think all of our friendlies this season will be away from home. Normally they like to do the last friendly before the season is a home game, but it may be even then they won't be doing that this year. Who knows? If the pitch is done in time and it's okay, maybe they might do it. But the weather has been atrocious, so I'm not too sure. Maybe that's going to set things back. So all of our friendlies may be away from the Den this pre-season. I'm going to finish today with this. This is from londonfootballscene.co.uk. and it's basically a long interview with Isaac Olaofe, the Millwall loanee at Sutton United, aiming to take them into the league for the first time in their 123-year history. I'm not gonna don't skip off. I'm not gonna read all this to you, so don't worry. If you want to go and find it, you can find it on londonfootballscene.co.uk yourself. Have a read of it. It's pretty interesting. I'm just gonna pick out a few things here that are related to Millwall. Because I've been telling you every week in the Loan Watch segments on generally Monday mornings about how Isaac and the other loanees have been getting on. And it says here, so he set himself a target. He says, I set myself a target to score 15 goals in all competitions, but once I started doing well, I felt I could make that 15 league goals and 16, 17 or 18 in all competitions. I'm on 13 league goals with 2 games left, so my target is still in sight with those 2 games left. So there you go. So that's pretty bold that he set himself the target of such a large target, and he hit it. He's basically matched it. It says, while Olaofe has been banging in the goals in Gander Green Lane, the striker will not have failed to notice fellow Millwall youngsters Danny McNamara and Billy Mitchell making a name for themselves back in the SC16 during the second part of the season. Indeed, Olaofe started his campaign on loan at St Johnstone alongside McNamara, but while the latter impressed, Olaofe's role was limited, meaning the player swiftly returned to Millwall before heading back out to Sutton in October for a second stint. So he went to Sutton in October, so not even a full season, and he still set himself the target of 15 goals, and he matched it. He's matched it. Having played with both McNamara and Mitchell at youth level, Olaofe has nothing but praise for the duo, but hopes Millwall manager Gary Rowett's apparent faith in youth could also pay dividends for him next term. Billy and Danny both massively deserve their chance, Olaofe said. I think for the 10 matches I was at St Johnstone, Danny was the best player in 9 of the games. I've known Billy since I was playing under 14s. The way he carried himself in the dressing room at that age, you could tell his professionalism was going to take him places. He's reaping the benefits of that now, doing well and making appearances in the first team. After a season like this where I feel like I've done really well, got my name out there and got people talking about me, I feel I can make an impact in the squad and in the Millwall first team. I can be a real asset for them, Millwall, so I'll be patient for my opportunity and do what I can in pre-season to earn myself a chance when the opening game of the season comes around. I'd love to be involved with the squad, but if I wasn't getting much game time, I'd also be interested in a League 1 or 2 loan to test myself. Obviously, I have a soft spot for Sutton, so I'll definitely be happy to come back here too. Olaofe has also paid tribute to Millwall's academy as a perfect training ground for youngsters to flourish, with the appointment of former legend Paul Robinson particularly crucial for players developing the Millwall way. From a young age, all the coaches are trying to mould you into Millwall players, explained Olaofe. In the under-18s, we had Larry McAvoy and Chris Perry. They were great coaches and really want the best for the players in terms of development. They'll stay with you after sessions to do any extra things you want to work on. But even when I got pushed through, Kevin Nugent was helping me a lot. He really wanted me to develop my game and was also doing extra work with me. The addition of Robert, an ex-Millwall player who's been through it all, captain's side, and knows what it takes to make it, is also great. They just want the best for you. No matter how good the youth coaching is, though, Olaofe recognises there are still stark differences between senior and youth football, which he, like every player, has had to learn quickly in order not only survive, but thrive. The biggest difference is the intensity and passion for me. You're actually playing for something, Olaofe said. In under 23 football, it's all about developing and improving your game. Sometimes the results don't really matter. In senior football, you're playing in front of fans, and it creates an atmosphere. There's an intensity where everyone wants to win, and you can slack off, because if you slack off, a senior pro will tell you to keep going, whereas in the under 23s, everyone's a similar age, so it's harder to be getting on people's backs. You can't really talk back to an older pro when he's telling you something that's a big difference. The quality too, there's a lot expected of you. You just have to be on your game. In training matches, giving it 100% all the time. So there you go. So like he said there, and I hope so as well, that when he comes back in pre-season, that he gets a chance, he gets given a chance, and he gets a fair crack of the whip. I mean, we're going to have, I assume, a League Cup game early on. Maybe he could start in that, and we'll see how he does. And if he does need to go out on loan again, like you say, you can go back to Sutton in League 2, or maybe you could go to Leyton Orient, because Kenny Jackett's been made the manager of Leyton Orient, so I'm sure Kenny might be in touch with Millwall about getting some players or that kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. So I hope he gets a chance next season, and I hope he does. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.